Try that. All right, and we'll take us live on Facebook. And then I'll check my Facebook so I'll know when we are live. And then I'll grab your bio also here.
Okay, I will send you a picture afterwards.
Okay, that's cool. And then yeah, I'll do like a retrograde flyer. Like this is what we had today. All right, let's see. Oh shoot, come back here. All right, share here.
I think she's the same size for a little bit longer.
And,
Yeah, maybe ask your mom.
are you talking to me?
No, my husband.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I can't see you, so I was like, I didn't know because I'm on a different screen. Come see. All right, got it.
Webinar is now streaming live on Facebook.
All right, there we are. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Richie 360 Life and Business Talk Show. Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello. Happy Monday, guys. I know I'm like dating this piece of content by saying the date, but we all know what it is. Come on in, come on in. And hey, to our replay viewers, as you guys are coming on in, we just ask that you share this out to 3 people who you know will be interested in just getting tips on their business, whether they are just starting out or if they are considering starting a business. Every Tuesday, we come and we interview amazing entrepreneurs who are doing great things, and we kind of just pick their brain on a few tips and gems that they have discovered and gathered from their journey. So we have entrepreneurs across many industries. So we are definitely going to hit the interest that you are in as far as industry. So come on in, come on in. And then as you're sharing this out, I'm going to also share out, and I ask that you also just say where you're coming from. Put your information in the chat and let us know where you are tuning in from. So give us a second here, guys, and then we're going to hop on in. And so while we are sharing this out, again, welcome to the Richie 360 Life and Business Podcast. I'm your host, Monica Matthew Smith, owner and CEO of Richie360.com. And we are a faith-based business community providing women entrepreneurs with the education, resources, and accountability with mentorship needed to start and grow their businesses. For more information, you can go to www.spiritscribepub. I'm sorry, that's my husband's website. Look, www.richchick360.com, www.richchick360.com. That's richchick360.com. And then this episode, guys, is sponsored by Spirit Scribe Publishing, helping you with all of your self-care publishing needs, all of your self-publishing needs. Y'all know what it is. It's a Monday. So let's rewind. Spirit Scribe Publishing helping you with all of your self-publishing needs. So if you want to own 100% of your publishing process, your profits, and just have total control, then Spirit Scribe Publishing can definitely help you do that with your next project. So you can reach them at spiritscribepublishing.com, www.spiritscribepublishing.com. Okay, today, guys, we are honored to have another amazing entrepreneur. She is going to drop some gems on her process and just her experience as an entrepreneur. Malia,
like Maria.
Malia, based on purpose, guys. Go to basedonpurpose.com. I'm going to actually read her bio in just a second. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get this party started. So Miss Malia here again, guys, you can go to basedonpurpose.com and get and just find out all of her products, her services, what she offers. If anything is said today that you have a question about, go ahead and put it down below in the chat, and I will make sure that she gets it. Okay. So she helps stuck and overwhelmed entrepreneurs set and stick to strategic goals so that they can leave their 9 to 5 and finally enjoy freedom while walking in their purpose. As a Christian, she incorporates faith into her coaching because we are capable of all things through God. She has a background in project engineering, aka project management on steroids, with over $300 million in project experience. Planning, business structure, and systems are her superpower. And there's no problem too small or large that can be solved with some innovative thinking and resourcefulness. Guys, I announce and introduce to some Miss Malia. Welcome, sis. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I am super excited to be here to share anything that will help anyone along the way. I know entrepreneurship can be quite lonely and confusing. So that is what I'm here for every single day. So thank you so much for allowing me on your platform.
Awesome. And absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to come. So, I gave a little snapshot about what Based on Purpose offers and what you do, but tell us a little bit more about what it is that you offer, and then how people can contact you if they are wanting services.
Yeah, sure. So right now I'm doing accountability coaching for entrepreneurs who are not reaching their goals, right? So either you're having trouble setting your goals, you're having trouble staying consistent to your goals, you're constantly hitting roadblocks, getting knocked off the horse, that kind of thing. If you need somebody to kind of like lock arms with you and make sure that you're moving forward every single week, I am your girl. So we have weekly sessions where we do masterminds. So let's say you join the group and you're like, Malia, I really am confused on how to set up a funnel. I'm going to show you how to set up a funnel with like live. I might even use your login and set it up for you so that everybody can see, right? We do mindset sessions where we talk about imposter syndrome, or, the fear of failing, and just all of those things that you experience as an entrepreneur. We do goal setting sessions, check-ins, like all sorts of stuff in this group. So right now that is my primary coaching platform. It's on my website, basedonpurpose.com. It should be the second link. If you have questions about it, feel free to DM me on Instagram, Based on Purpose. I'm always in the DMs on Instagram. And then pretty soon, so today is actually my last day at my 9 to 5. Whoop, whoop. Yes, that's my work computer right there. I'm going to be mailing that back. So so now that I have more time to dedicate to my business, I am going to be rolling out a growth and scale without burnout program. So if you have your business already and you want to grow it, you want to scale it, but just the volume of what that takes, especially if you haven't built out your team yet, it can be quite overwhelming and you can burn out. So I have a framework that I've used on $300 million worth of projects in industry, and I've applied it to entrepreneurship. And so I want to be able to share that with entrepreneurs. So if you are interested in that, again, DM me on Instagram and just say, hey, I want to know more about the grow and scale without burnout framework that you're going to be putting out this year. DM me on Instagram. Tell me you want to know more about the grow and scale without burnout framework that I'm going to be putting out. I haven't given it a name yet. I'm still working on all the marketing hoo-ha. That's what's going to be coming down the pipeline. So I'm super excited to be serving. I like to be referred to as the purpose engineer. I am a professional engineer I was by day.
Yeah.
And so I put a little remix on it. So I am the purpose engineer. I want all of my clients to grow their business with purpose and intention. So we do things with purpose and intention so that it's not overwhelming and that we see the results that we're looking for. So that is me.
And I love it. And congratulations again for today being the last day that you are trading your time for money. Amen. Love it, love it. And so Malia, what made you say I'm going to start a business helping other entrepreneurs? Like, lots of people have ideals and dreams of doing things, but like, what made you say I'm going to actually build a business doing this?
So I've been making well over six figures for some time now in my profession, but I wasn't fulfilled. Like corporate America, if you're in it, you already know. I don't need to explain it, right? And so I kind of had a sit down with God and I said, what do you want me to do? And at that time, I had gone through a journey of reclaiming my morning and having a morning routine that really serves me and my goals. And so I was able to go to grad school, get my license, do all these things using this framework. And so at this point in my life, I was so unfulfilled. And I said, God, what do you want me to do? And he told me to publish the framework. So actually, if you go to basedonpurpose.com, I have the Pray on Purpose prayer journal that I use every morning. And it has a framework that will let you spend time with God and your goals, affirmations, gratitude, all that good stuff that we need. And you especially need it as an entrepreneur. So he told me to publish this. So in the process of publishing my own book and learning how to sell it and having a website and just, starting a small business, I met other entrepreneurs along the way. And I would see that they would struggle with things that at least I felt was really easy. And maybe it's because of my engineering background where a lot of entrepreneurs are creatives. And so the, steps and action plans and things like that are a little harder for them because they move as they feel and then they easily get overwhelmed and they get lost and shiny object syndrome, all of that. And so I would help them along the way. And I found that those connections and those experiences were the most fulfilling interactions that I've had in a professional setting in a very, very long time. And so I decided that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to coach them. I want more of those interactions because it sets my soul on fire to be able to help an entrepreneur kind of move towards their goal, accomplish their goal, and then set bigger ones for themselves and be excited because they know that they can attain them. So that is the journey of my coaching.
That's super cool. And you said something that is super important too. Because I'm a creative, very creative. So I know all of what you're talking about where, if you're operating from like that space and that side of the brain, sometimes you can get lost in like just the feelings and the vibe and just kind of going like with your spirit. But you do need, if you don't have it internally, you do need somebody else like yourself to help with that operations or strategic planning part of it. So I'm glad that you said that because I'm sure there's some entrepreneur out there who might be just starting out who is like, man, like what's wrong with me? Why can't I seem to like get going? And it's not anything wrong with you. It's just that maybe you're not tapping into the part of your being, of your brain that's more strategy, that's more admin, that's more structured. And we can't just operate from that creative space and expect to build a business off of that because there is that other side of it. So if that is you, reach out to Malia, basedonpurpose.com, see what she can do for you. I'm sure she can help you out. But you definitely need somebody in your corner who can help with the operation side. Be the visionary, be the creative director, whatever, do your thing, but you have to have somebody that can help you break that down and put it into actionable steps. So thank you, Malia, for saying that. And so, okay, let's look at you as the entrepreneur and your journey from start to actually, well, not finish, because like with you quitting your job today and going full time, it's like I don't know, would you call it not a rebirth, but like, you know, like just a different phase of maybe entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is, I don't
So
know what you would call it, but this is the new beginning.
there you go, the new beginning. I love it. Okay, so looking at all of that, because again, there's somebody who is, you know, working a 9 to 5, and they're like, man, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able. So just starting out, even if they're not, you know, in like any particular industry. So this, you know, can go for anyone. What, like, what 3 pieces of advice would you give to someone who is just now considering or just now starting to like step out and, you know, use their talents or something that they're good at to start a business with?
3 pieces of advice for the very newbie entrepreneur. You need to work on your business for 2 hours a day, every single day. You can take one day off a week.
I love it.
You need to put in the hours to learn, to work through things, to research, to network, to build, to try, to all of the things. You need to put in the hours to just have the experiences so that you can say, this works for me, this doesn't. I want to try this. Let me go try. Like you have to show up in order to have a business and run it and build it. So that's number one. So find a way to carve out 2 hours a day. If that means waking up 30 minutes early, if that means part of your lunch break, if that means staying in the office 30 minutes later, if that means, you know, instead of watching TV, long pause. Okay. You know, find a way to get 2 hours a day. You can skip one day if you must. So that would be number one. Number two is get a coach. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a coach and I would love to be your coach. Actually, I try to work more with established businesses. I love helping new businesses as well. I do have offerings for both. But you need to have a coach. You need to have somebody who has been doing this and understands the lingo and understands how your business fits into the market and what systems you need and just like everything. You need a mentor that's going to just give you the cheat codes, right? Like there's no sense in spending all the time trying to figure it out yourself. You need to be able to invest in yourself and your business by getting a coach. Ebooks and courses are fine, but there is nothing more valuable than sitting down and having a conversation with somebody and just like spewing out all your questions and having somebody who is, you know, steps, leaps and bounds ahead of you say, you know, or yes, you know, like you need that. Third piece of advice, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be done. I have revised my website probably 1,000 times. I've revised my emails 1,000 times. I have revised just get it done. A draft is far, far, far better because then you know like what's working, what's not, what can be improved. You can get feedback. You know, put it out there so that it can grow. Flowers need the sun. They don't have to have already bloomed before you plant them, right? Like, so it does not have to be perfect. So that would be my 3 pieces of advice.
Awesome. Love it. And guys, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. And so Malia, what would you say are maybe like three top, let's stick with three top like mindsets in particular that maybe someone who is looking to be an entrepreneur should make sure that they have and acclimate to?
Number one is try new experiences, and don't expect for it to be like perfect and you hit the nail on the head every single time. It's all about the journey. It's all about learning. You're gonna fail, you're gonna feel silly, you're gonna look back at things that you put out and be like, oh my gosh, that was a hot mess. It doesn't matter. It's all part of it. So you need to be open to new experiences. You need to have an abundance mindset. um a lot of my clients have trouble setting prices because they feel like, well, am I charging too much? Or like they're kind of scared, well, what if I can't make a sale? And it gets difficult, but our God is the God of the entire universe, and what is assigned to us is assigned to us, and so the price is the price.
Right.
So you need to have an abundance mindset so that you can walk confidently in your offerings and what you bring to this world. And you don't have to shrink yourself to fit into somebody else's mold. You'll end up getting resentment in the long run if you do that. So you need to have an abundance mindset. And then the third thing, you need to be really, really open to investing into your business and into yourself as a person. It's a personal journey just as much as it is a growth of a business. So you need to be investing in learning. You need to be investing in coaching. You need to invest in mindset development. Like you need to be willing to find the information. And guess what? It's not going to be free. So you need to invest in them, and the more you're willing to absorb these new experiences and the things that you're investing in, you're going to grow exponentially faster. So those would be my three.
Awesome, great gems. And so we know that there are challenges in business. So can you share with the audience like maybe one challenge that you've had to personally have or overcome, and then what you have learned from that experience?
Yeah, so I think when I decided that I was going to start coaching, like not just people that I meet and kind of on the side, and like actually formally start coaching and charging for it, I really struggled with my target audience and what my messaging was. And in full transparency, I probably still don't have it all the way together. Like I've kind of figured out elements of what I want to do and how to say that. But as an engineer and somebody who is so structured and so numbers, the language and the arts part of my brain is, is my little strong hand. So, so that is difficult for me. And so I've had to get coaches to help me, marketing coaches. I've had to get, business strategists as coaches that have a strength in marketing. So I had to realize that's where I needed help, and go find the people that I knew were good at that to help me with it. So like I said, I may not, I feel like I'm coming into it. Like I feel like I'm getting there. But you might see a few more revisions until I hit the sweet spot. Because what I have in my brain as far as how I want to help people, I'm still learning how to articulate. And so for you guys listening, how you can take that and apply it to yourself is know your strengths. In the employee world, they want us to identify our weaknesses and work on them so that we can be well-rounded, and they can say every employee has A, B, C, and D. But if you have A and B, great. Find somebody who can help you with C and D. The end. You don't have to do it all, right? And you want your A and B to be like you want to thrive in those, and you need to find people to support you in the other parts. So it's really important to have a full understanding of your strengths and where you need help, so that you can get strategic help, rather than trying to struggle and push yourself into things that are uncomfortable and that are just not natural to you. You know, you came into this business for a specific reason. You don't have to do it all. Like,
right. And it's a journey too. I'm glad that you know, just kind of showed us a little bit of your journey with it. Like, it's not always going to be perfect. And like, you know, even businesses, you know, in 15-20 years, like you will all of a sudden see like a logo change or like a branding change. I mean, even our big companies like Pepsi, and like they've gone through. So again, speaking to like the new entrepreneur who, you know, has the ideal that what I start with is what, well, one, it has to be perfect, and then two, what I start with has to be, you know, what I keep rolling with. That's, you know, that's a myth. So thank you for saying that too.
and honestly, as a small business, right, because you're going to start as a small business, right, a lot of people like to watch the journey, you know. So I've found that a lot of people that are in my community aren't necessarily my clients, but they're just there because they resonate with my personality, and they're rooting for me, and they enjoy to see the growth and all of that. And so, you know, they're engaging in all of those things, but you know, they like that. They like to know you're a real person, and they want to see like, oh, is she figuring things out? How quickly is she figuring things out? Oh, I see that she's doing this amazing thing. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm ready to do it. Hey, could you help me? You know, so take them along for the journey. Everybody loves to binge watch a Netflix series, right? So people love stories, and they want to see your story evolve.
And that's awesome. And so now we know what challenges come, you know, well, you know, it's the highs and lows. So what keeps you going even with the challenges of just being an entrepreneur, period? Like, just what keeps you motivated and going?
Yeah, so you definitely need to have a strong why. You have to have a strong why, and I'm gonna tell you right now, your why does not have to make sense to other people. And it should not be just I want to make a certain amount of money. Like, that is, it sounds good, but we're human beings. We are essentially driven by emotions. Your subconscious is a child. Okay, if you tell a child I'm gonna give you $20 or I'm gonna give you $200, they're probably gonna be just as excited either way. So you have to, right, have the emotion behind it. And so for me, it was, I wanted, like I said, it sets my soul on fire when I'm able to help my clients. So that is one of my whys. I want that feeling like every single day. I want that interaction when they're like, Malia, I did this, and I'm just like, yes. You know, I want that as often as I can. I'm like a junkie for it now. So that's one of my whys. Another why of mine is that I want to pay off my mortgage as well as my parents. I want them to be free and choose if they want to continue their businesses, or if they want to, you know, sell their businesses or whatever. If they want to do, I want them to not have to worry about, you know, the largest expense that we all have is our housing. So that's something that I would like to be able to do, is put a roof own the roof over, you know, my head as well as my parents.
Awesome. And those are some great whys. And so what does success look like to you? Like, what does it mean?
So success is a journey. I don't think it's a destination. And you know, I like to set quarterly goals and work towards it. So every time I do something that moves me towards that goal, it's success. Every time my clients do something that moves them towards that goal, it's success. Eventually the goal will come, and then it's like an extra success. But I like the journey along the way. And so like I'll just share a short story with you. I graduated from grad school, and so I flew to California to walk my graduation. I did it online, and so that same weekend was my bridal shower. same weekend was Mother's Day,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And so every single day that weekend was like some huge celebration,
Yeah.
and it was like emotional overload.
Yeah.
But when I think about how much work it took to just get to that weekend, to organize the bridal shower,
Yeah.
to graduate from school, to get into school, right? To
Yeah.
graduate with a 4.0 so that my mother on Mother's Day could be extra happy, like all of the work that went into it. Yes, it was a short weekend, but that weekend was just a representation of the journey that lay ahead, like before it. So,
Yeah.
success to me is knowing exactly what you need to do to get what you want and doing it every single day.
I love it, and just doing it. All right. So this next question, I just like to just kind of just see if you can pull the veil back on like just what it is that you're thinking about this. So if you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Madam CJ Walker,
Okay.
boss.
Yes.
She,
Self-made.
yeah, and the era that she did it in too, like I have so many questions that I would ask her. If you don't know who that is, look it up. You'll understand.
It's the last day of Black History. Don't leave this month without knowing who she is.
Yeah.
And so who would you say is currently like your greatest inspiration?
My mom.
Okay.
So my mom decided to leave her law firm during the 2007-2008 recession and start her own law firm. And she is a boss. She has a very, very successful law firm.
Oh, mama.
She is, and I'm just an apple off the tree trying to catch up. So
Catch up.
yeah.
And that's good to have that type of leadership and example right before you, and then, if somebody is watching, if you're watching and maybe you don't have that, get with somebody who does. There are plenty of people on this planet Earth who are doing amazing things. So if you can't pull from that, from your own family, which, not everybody can, get with somebody else who can. I mean, that's why we have, like Malia said, there are mentors, coaches, and consultants, or join a support community. So just saying, well, I didn't grow up with that, or I didn't have that, that's really no excuse, because there is success everywhere if you look for it. Okay. Yep. And so have you read any interesting books that has helped you along your journey that you want to share?
Yes, of course. So actually growing up, I went into engineering so that I didn't have to read. So it's quite ironic now that I read so much.
Okay.
But okay, I'm gonna give you two.
Okay.
First is Proverbs. I like to read Proverbs a day. So let's say it's the 5th of the month. I'm gonna read the 5th chapter of Proverbs, the whole thing. And you just repeat it every single month. Proverbs is the book of wisdom. If you are trying to start a business, or you have a business, or you just in general are alive, you need to be reading Proverbs. So that, number one. Aside from that, so many good ones. I just read We Should All Be Millionaires. And
I have,
yeah, I like that book.
I haven't finished yet.
It confirmed a lot of how I was already feeling, and I'm just like, okay, so there's a little millionaire Malia in there. We just need to figure out.
Come on, millionaire Malia. Yeah, my time management has not been where it should be, so I'm still working through it.
Get you the audio book.
That's true. I can do it like while I'm driving or something. But yeah. Awesome. So what is your favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
That I can help people and that they really appreciate it. Yeah. Like it's hard to start a business. It's hard to know what to do. And when somebody tells you, hey, if you just try it like this and then you do it and you see results,
Yeah.
you know, it feels good to get results and have somebody like, you know, help you along the way. And so I just love when my clients get results.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it is for me.
I can see that being super rewarding. And so now, what would you say would be among the top contributors this far? Like, I know that you named off several, but is there anything else that you can think of that has really just helped you to get to the point of just where you are now in your business?
Being open to changing and pivoting. Like I said, I started as just putting out a book, like a journal, right? And then realizing I wanted something more, or trying this and failing, and then trying again and failing, and then getting help and trying it that way and getting a little bit further. And, you know, I think just really just being open to where this journey takes me, and being guided by what feels right and what I feel is aligned with God's will for my life, has really been it.
Awesome. No, I love it. I love it. And so now, if you could brag on yourself, what has been like one of your major, like one of your biggest accomplishments to this day in business?
In business, okay, so the fact that I'm bringing $300 million worth of project experience is pretty. And I went to an Ivy League for my master's, and I got a master's in engineering management. So like, just feeling like I know I know the value that I'm bringing, and I know that, like, I know this, you know, and I have the resume behind it. It feels pretty good.
I love it. And I love the Black girl magic. I mean, we love all of our sisters, but we know since tomorrow is National Women's History Month, that, you know, historically African-American women, we are even paid a little bit less in corporate jobs than our other races of sisters. And then of course, all women are historically paid less than men in general. So I just love, like, when you know, I hear about other African American women who are doing great things on one level, but then also, you know, in industries that are not really dominated or have a lot of African American, period, let alone African American women. So I just love that. I just love that. I'm not celebrating anybody, but you know, it is what it is. So now, sacrifices. We know that growing a business and, you know, all of that requires sacrifices. What have been some of yours that you've had to manage since starting?
So sometimes you gotta pay a pretty penny to get into programs or courses, or to get the coaches that you really need. And there's been times where I'm like, I'm just gonna not eat. I'm just gonna have bread. That, you know, so like deciding that, you know, you're gonna spend to get the information and the access to the communities and the information that you need, as well as time. So like, you know, after work, everybody wants to just kind of kick up their feet and watch TV and relax. I now am at the point where I hardly ever, like, if I find a show that I like, I'll binge watch it, but as soon as I'm done, I could go without TV for like a month. So I have conditioned between grad school and trying to start a business. I've conditioned myself now at this point, but it was kind of hard at first, to kind of step away from like TV.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely, definitely. Especially when, you hear about just so many different things and people are asking, have you seen this? Have you seen that? It's like, no, but I'll get to it. So I love it. Um, and so now when you are, not working, not doing everything else that you have going on, what are your hobbies? What types of things do you like outside of work?
Um, I like to get my hair and my nails done. I like to go outside. I actually just moved to Florida. I was in New Jersey.
Okay.
And the snow and the cold, like I couldn't do it. So I said, I need sunshine. I need to be able to like go on walks and hike and stuff. So I like to go outside. I like to take naps. I love
I
a
love
good nap. Yeah, I don't know.
that.
I'm chilling.
Awesome, awesome. And yeah, I feel you on the weather because I'm from Wisconsin and like snow, ice. So I live now in Texas. I can have all the ice, snow. I'm good. So I totally understand. Let's go to the comments and see if there's any questions here. Brenda said, "Hey ladies, hey Brenda." Shalonda said, "Hey girl, hey." Caroline House said, "Hello sis, hey sis." Thank you guys all for joining in. If you have any questions, and replay viewers, if you have questions, still pop them down below. And then I will make sure that Miss Malia gets your question. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to go to basedonpurpose.com. I'll put it in the comment section below so that you can just tap it and go check out what Miss Malaya with Based on Purpose has and what services might be appropriate for you if you are just starting out or I don't know if you are established also because she has services for both, right? For those who are just starting out and for those who are established. All right, guys. So we are wrapping it up here. So Malaya, where can we expect to see Based on Purpose in like the next 3 to 5 years?
So I really want to get to the point where I have like a higher end client and we do like retreats and we have like acceleration groups because I want to push more of us to financial freedom. So that would be first. Once that is accomplished, I want to be in a position to offer either coaching or monetary investments into other businesses to accelerate them. So if they can't afford the coaching, or if they need, investments and or sort of things, so I can help them grow their business in that way. So those are kind of the long-term milestones that I would like to hit. I want to really be the place where businesses come to get structured. Business owners, whether it's your whole business or you as a CEO, you come and get structured so that you can hit some significant growth. That's what I'm looking for forward to being involved in and investing in these businesses as well.
Awesome. And so before we close, do you have any lasting words of wisdom? Like for those who are starting, those who are just in the early stages, maybe they're not just starting, but they're, in that 0 to 3 year phase. Any words of wisdom just to help them along their journey?
Follow me on Instagram based on purpose. That is the wisdom.
Very wise words. Very wise
Instagram.
words. Very wise words. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you, Malaya, for taking time out. I know you're super busy. And congrats again, lady, for stepping off of that 9 to 5 to go fully into the endeavor that God has for you. I know it's going to be truly blessed. and wishing you nothing but much success, blessings, all that good stuff. Excited to see more from Based on Purpose and just where things end up. And we'll see you at the top.
Yes, and this isn't the last time. I will be back, guys. So we'll have to do this again for sure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, definitely. And all right, Facebook, we will see you again next week, Monday, 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7:00 Eastern Time. And until then, peace, love, and God bless, guys. Bye.